The following singles contest is a first-round matchup in Super Indy 14. Introducing first, he weighs in at 195 pounds, wrestling out of Harlem, New York. Here is Suger D!
Suger D, known in some circles as Sugar Dunkerton, 6 feet tall, that's 6'2" with the hair, 196 pounds, 13-year pro, making his IWC debut. Sugar's popped up in a number of regional promotions all over the country. He's doing really well in the Midwest, primarily based his career in the Southeast. Won't remember the Chikara roster, but looking to reinvent himself following that and his departure from that company a couple of years ago. When he started in wrestling, he was more basketball influenced and oriented. And he still loves to have fun and mess with his opponent's minds. But Suger D taking things a bit more seriously, but not losing his sense of humor all at once. Sugar looking to prove himself, big time test against a man he knows quite well.
He weighs in at 220 pounds, wrestling out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Cedric Alexander!
Cedric Alexander, 5'10", 220 pounds, a 6-year pro. Cedric Alexander, you want to talk about an endorsement, you want to talk about weight on your shoulder. He was Kevin Steen, now known as Kevin Owens in WWE. On his last night with Ring of Honor, Kevin Owens singled out Cedric Alexander and said, "You are the future of Ring of Honor." That is a major endorsement. And Sugar Dunkerton, of course, all of our thoughts and prayers are with Dustin, with Cody, with the entire Runnels family, the untimely passing of an American icon, the American dream, Dusty Rhodes, earlier this week.
I have stated more times this week than I ever would care to. Each and every person who works in pro wrestling owes a debt in some way or another to Dusty Rhodes, not just for the business that he helped create, but for the manner in which we all perform today. Everyone has taken something from Dusty Rhodes. I've always said, and this sounds flippant, but I don't mean it flippantly, a great test of how influential you are is who does an impression of you. And everyone in this business has a Dusty Rhodes impression, if you will, Daddy. So, honestly, we have all lost something with the loss of Dusty Rhodes. And my heartfelt condolences to the Rhodes family.
And certainly so many of these athletes competing with the honor, the memory of Dusty Rhodes fresh on their mind as we're here on the mothership of IWC Super Indy 14. And there's going to be some clubbering going down in this match.
Oh, yeah, Daddy. If you will.
And it's Cedric Alexander controlling Sugar Dunkerton right now. Believe it or not, when Cedric first broke into the professional wrestling industry, these two were a tag team, Jay Worth. Their name, the Chocolate Express. And right now, it's almost student versus teacher, but not quite. And Sugar, in his mind, in many ways, the student has surpassed the teacher. Cedric's a big star in Ring of Honor. He beat Roderick Strong. He ended Moose's undefeated streak. He's on Destination America every week as Cedric. And I think Sugar feels like maybe he's been passed by a little bit, overlooked, maybe a little bit obsolete.
I don't know if you heard that line, but after spinning on him with a couple of wizards there, Sugar D said, most people buy me dinner first. So,
We're not going to read into that any further. However, Sugar Dunkerton is out to prove that he is not obsolete, not overlooked. He's just as good as Cedric, even though Cedric's been getting the headlines. Cedric, they go behind. Sugar looking for a rope break, not going to get it.
It was a good effort. No, so close. Maybe try a kick to the junk. Well, there it is.
And Sugar hangs on.
A little slick wiggle got him out of it.
Able to carry Cedric over. And you can see Sugar D go to work. Calls himself Special Dark. Well, maybe Sugar D outpsychs himself sometimes.
He feels, you can tell he feels comfortable in the ring with Cedric. Apparently, maybe he ought to tighten those reins a little bit.
Well, Cedric in control right now. We've seen a little more frustration come over Cedric Alexander the past few weeks on Ring of Honor television. He's dropped a few losses in major matches, and you can see. Wait a second. This can go a lot of different directions. But Sugar loves to get inside his opponent's heads, loves to make them think about something other than the match. That deception, that distraction is when Sugar D can follow through best.
You can see the...
And Cedric caught with the old schoolyard trick. And there you see that aggression of Cedric.
I don't think Cedric's playing around quite so much.
And it's on now. And keep in mind that fire, that aggression, that frustration in Cedric has come out recently on Ring of Honor television. It led to a controversial win over the former NFL star, the former Atlanta Falcon Moose. Moose was undefeated in Ring of Honor for an entire year until Cedric Alexander downed him. If he has the same luck tonight, he'll be Super Indy champion.
Oh.
Home roll. Your fault. Really help these men, Jay. Making 5 WC debuts as Cedric gets great vertical lead.
I don't know.
Only one.
Like, I don't know that one has an advantage over the other. Cedric might be slightly stronger than Sugar D, but I put them at about the same speed, about the same agility.
5 minutes.
And really, I wouldn't say that Cedric is, head and shoulders stronger than Sugar Dunkerton. This is a very even matchup, and as we pointed out, they know each other pretty well. Oh.
Cedric, a favorite of one of my other broadcast colleagues in my travels, Steve Carino.
Nope.
King of old school. No, nothing? Okay.
No.
I tried. And check out that rapid fire offense by Cedric in the corner. Absolute explosion with these strikes. And I give advantage in striking game to Cedric Alexander. We float over. Keep in mind, Cedric's the guy that hung with Roderick Strong, arguably the most adept striker anywhere in wrestling right now.
An absolutely great float over with that suplex. Just kept right on top of him, immediately went to the pin. I'd call that a veteran move, if I called things veteran moves. You know what you want a veteran move?
Please. Cedric is right now trying to ground Sugar, but Sugar trying to turn his body, alleviate some pressure, and regain his base, which he's done. Well, you know what the bad news is for these guys, Jay?
No. What is the bad news?
Winner's got to face Ray Rowe.
Oh. So really, it's like you're hoping that you win the lottery for the airplane crash.
Check out Sugar D unload. Bruce Lee style with the back fist, but no. Sugar was like half a Bruce Lee, half a Dusty there.
Yeah.
Oh, got the back fist. The Bruce Lee connects, and Cedric is completely out of it.
Cedric's got a little wobble leg going.
completely out on his feet. And Sugar D takes him down. This could do a deep hook of the leg, and no.
Cedric got an arm up, pushed Sugar D's head, and got enough room to get that shoulder up.
And now it's Sugar D, twice the experience of Cedric. A former pupil of his, a former sidekick of his. Now Sugar Dunkerton, reaffirming his place in professional wrestling. Oh, Cedric caught him with a driver. And a near fall.
And a quick turnover.
Yeah, Cedric did not see that.
Oh!
And Cedric, a mark of a professional of Cedric to try to stay on his feet. Doing his best to stay off his back because certainly anything can happen from there.
I don't know that Sugar Dunkerton remembers his name or his parents at this point.
Yeah, Sugar's suffering as well.
He's got enough sense to shift his weight, make sure that suplex didn't happen.
Yeah.
Or at least I assumed suplex.
But suplex could have been... Oh! Whatever it was, it's in the past now. Cedric and X. Series of spin kicks. Sugar D is out. No. And that was close.
Sugar D ain't going out like that, Joe.
Well, you could sense in his words how important this was to Sugar D, how badly he wants it. Not just for his fans, not just for his career, but for himself as well.
Did he just say he's going to break his neck?
Well, and again, we talked about the attitude shift of Cedric recently. And with the personal relationship these men have shared over the years.
10 minutes gone by this contest, 10 minutes.
It's disappointing to hear from Cedric, even in a situation with stakes as high as Super Indy 14. Cedric pushed off.
Oh!
And
Sugar playing a little possum.
Sugar was waiting. Oh, wait a second. Gonna suplex Cedric to the outside? No, Cedric countered.
Oh!
And Cedric exploding! All the momentum connecting with the boot, and Sugar D is hurt.
And you heard Cedric yelling, count him out. This is the plan, and frankly, a smart plan. If you're in this tournament, take a count out. Man, sit down, catch your breath.
Well, it certainly works. And you can argue about whether or not it's a Super Indy spirit, but it's as good as a pinfall in the record books.
Oh.
But Sugar not going to let that happen.
And you can see the frustration on Cedric's face. I don't think he wants to do what I think he knows he has to do.
I don't think Cedric particularly cares. Sugar D trying to take the Super Indy tournament to Sugar Town here, but Cedric Alexander firing back, rapid fire.
Elbows and then headbutts. All those strikes to the head.
The man with a 40-40 nice move back to Cedric Alexander. Amateur wrestling is not helping him. Strikes of Sugar D.
Jesus, he just turned him inside out with that kick.
Cedric elevated. Drives him down hard. This could do it to him.
Oh!
And Sugar realizing the hype around Cedric Alexander comes with good reason. This is not the same kid who you took under your wing some 5-6 years ago, Sugar. Cedric Alexander is a man, a complete performer, and possibly the next Super Indy champion.
Oh! There's some feet to the face.
Cedric looked to elevate Sugar D. Could have been the lumbar check. Rolls it through. No. Sugar on top.
Cedric out.
Couple of swings and misses.
They know each other. They know how to get out of the way of each other.
Another attempt for what could have been the lumbar check. Sugar D a step ahead. Tilt twirl counter. A little
landed a strike there.
A little more Bruce Lee action. There's the lumbar check! Fourth time the charm! Lumbar check victory!
Here is your winner moving on to the semifinals, Cedric Alexander.
Your drive to Ring of Honor leads to the IWC. And it's going to be a Ring of Honor semifinals for Cedric Alexander and Ray Rowe. Well, we have a whole other bracket as well. I'm not saying that's going to be a match. That's going to take place. Cedric Alexander is going to have to walk through hell if he hopes to get to the Super Indy Finals. And again, respect is big at Super Indy. Sugar Dunkerton wanted this more than anything, but it just wasn't his day.
Alexander doing the right thing, showing the respect.
And Sugar D reciprocates. Cedric Alexander is a worthy competitor, a deserving athlete, one of the odds-on favorites to win. That is until he drew Ray Rowe in the second round. Big road for Alexander ahead.